Gary's Mod is a sandbox game renowned for its chaos, creativity, and ability to make players question their life choices. But for some brave, foolish people, it can also be an animation tool. If you look at my videos, they are very clearly made in Gary's Mod. They are a take on old early 2010s machinima with the characters from Azure Lane, a video game where you stare at digital anime girls' titties. Very nice. These videos can be ludicrously easy or hard to make, but the first step is always planning. To make an Azure Lane funny, Biwick 1 trademark, you first need an idea. Now ideas can come to me at any time of day, whilst I'm sleeping, whilst I'm playing Counter-Strike, whilst I'm distracted by Sirius and Azure Lane. She makes really nice fish and chips, by the way. Or even if I'm in the bathroom. It was in the shower when I got the idea to make Sirius literally James Bond. And I had a dream that Enterprise was flying an F-14 just like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. So I made that too. And I think I was just high when I thought to make this video. Now you have to actually animate this. To do this, I used the stop motion helper and ragdoll mover add-ons, and of course, your models. Now the Steam Workshop is full of models from various games. You want Rappy from Nikkei? Boom! Want Steve from Minecraft? No problem. Want freaking Bernice from Zenless Zone Zero? Fire away. Get it? Now here's the problem. All of these models aren't standardized in size, like the regular Half-Life 2 models. So for example, let's take Taiho and Enterprise here. Why is it that Taiho is the same height as Robert freaking Wadlow? And I feel Enterprise is a little shorter than she should be. In the game and anime, she looks quite tall. Why is she short here? This makes having characters like Akagi and Enterprise in the same scene nearly impossible without cutting off the bottom, which is what I do anyways. Now I've ruined everything with Akagi and Enterprise ever made by me. Nice. But there's another problem. As computer hardware became more powerful since 2004 when Gary's Mod and the Source Engine were first released, PCs can run Gary's Mod at high-ass frames per second. So, we don't even have to touch the video settings, even in Source 2. Now having high FPS isn't the problem. The problem is how do I accurately capture the aesthetic and feel of early 2010 machinima? When I first started making these dumb Azure Lane funnies, Biwick 1 trademark, I used to have all my settings on high with no anti-aliasing to get those sweet, sweet jagged edges to give that old feel to my videos. The problem with these jagged edges, however, is the fact that at a distance, things that have detail, like Hood's face in this example, look like absolute shit. So what I did was turn up the anti-aliasing to 8 times MSAA, which makes everything look nice and smooth. And hey, Hood's face no longer looks like shit. Awesome. But then I felt my videos felt way too new and looked too HD, so I tried to find other ways to capture the aesthetic of old machinimas. One thing I tried was to lower down the anti-aliasing again, but to a degree where it is nicely balanced. So I settled for 4x MSAA, which looks ever so slightly more jagged without sacrificing a lot of detail. Another thing I tried was to mess with texture filtering and set it to trilinear, so the textures look ever so slightly lower quality at a distance. I would use bilinear, but on some textures it looks very off, like this orange band on this grid texture. I also tried messing with the resolution I was playing at, and I even considered doing videos in a 4:3 aspect ratio to capture the old feel at 1024:768. But I realized that this is ridiculous. We aren't playing Counter-Strike like Frozen here, we are making animations. The only video I ever did in a 4:3 aspect ratio was the Sirius is Rich video, which was to capture the original feel of the video I based it on. Also, since I play on borderless mode for easier alt-tabbing, yeah, this isn't gonna work. So I've decided to use these settings to make videos. 4 times MSAA, trilinear texture filtering, and everything on high at 1920 by 1080. Also, for the love of God, turn off HDR. This setting makes maps ludicrously bright for no reason, and it hurts my eyes. Now, some people are confused as to why I'm using Gary's mod, which is based on the Source engine, instead of using Source Filmmaker or Blender. I have powerful enough hardware to render stuff in Blender just fine, and I already have experience animating in Source. Now, I don't use Source because, well, let me show you. Alright, maybe I'm just lazy. And I don't use Blender because, well, I've got no excuse there. Kind of the same reason for not using SFM. And now I have to edit this whole video. Ugh.